guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be playing with an eyeshadow palette. So this is by Ilia and this is called the Necessary Eyeshadow Palette, and I've actually had this for a while. So this is what the packaging looks like, and these are what the colors look like. How pretty. This is like the perfect palette for the fall. And then a couple of videos back I mentioned this guy. So this is the Clinique Pop Plush Creamy Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade Black Honey Pop. And I got the wrong color and I was like, oh, we'll talk about it. I'll switch them out and then I'll, you know, showcase it. So that is going to be today. Now I think I'm actually going to just do my eyeshadow and not like my whole face. Oh, my skin is so dry. I actually, this is so tight. I actually just washed my face, but I'm gonna put on eyeshadow and I feel like there's gonna be fallout. So I just didn't put on anything because I felt like it would be a waste of product. But now my skin feels so tight because I have really dry skin. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna do eyeshadow. I'll do the rest of my makeup off camera. But of course I'll list below, you know, like what I'm actually using. Okay, so to start off with eyeshadow, whenever I am doing like an actual look, I always like to start off with a primer, which for me is just concealer. So I'm going to use this one. This is by Makeup Forever, the Ultra HD. And I'm just going to start there. And I really want to just kind of blank out any color on my eyes so the shadows have a better opportunity to like stand out. Do you guys see what I mean? Look at this eye and then nothing. I feel like it's like a huge difference. Some people don't have as much pigment on their eyes, like on their eyelids. I was not lucky like that. I definitely do. And then because my eyelids crease so quickly, I'm actually not even going to do the other eye. Right away, I'm just going to put some powder so I can set that. And then I'm gonna use this guy. This is the HAUS Labs. I did a whole review on this powder. So I am going to use this guy to make sure that concealer fully sets. Okay, so powder is done. Hopefully this holds up. And we are going to be kind of messy with this look. I'm not gonna hold back. This is my arsenal of brushes. Don't worry, you don't really need all of these. I just have them, so I'm gonna use them. And honestly, a lot of these are repeats. Like this one, this is the same brush. These two are the same. These two are the same. I honestly, whenever I like a brush, I'll just get like duplicates. That way I can use it like multiple times without it, you know, without having to like go back and wash it so soon. Okay, so I'm honestly just going to wing this. Oh, but I was saying, yeah, we're gonna be super messy. The way I do my eyeshadow looks when I am going in with like an entire arsenal of colors is I will just be as messy as I want. I don't care. And then at the end, I will go in with like some Bioderma, or if you have a makeup wipe, that's fine. And then just clean it, like wipe it off your face. And then I'll do the rest of my face. So I am going to, I don't know how the colors are on the back here, but I don't know like if it's this way or this way. So I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm gonna try my best to use every single one of these colors, starting with this guy. I'm gonna save the shimmers until the end, but I'm gonna start with this guy and then go here, here, and probably here. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely starting off with this very light shade here, which I honestly, I really don't even think it's gonna show up on my skin, but we'll see. We'll definitely give it our best shot. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I feel like it's very similar to my skin color. So I'm just going to dust this. Yeah, I definitely can't see anything. If you're lighter than me, I'm sure this color will show up just fine. For me, nah. But I'm gonna use it anyways, because why not? I feel like it'll still help, maybe a little bit. But I'm really just dusting this right there in the crease. If I go a little above the crease, a little below, honestly, I don't really care, mainly because you can't see it anyway, so like, who cares? But yeah, this is just the first transition color. So I feel like it's just gonna help, I don't know, kind of blend the other colors. So we get a nice, seamless, pretty fall look. So yeah, just kind of dusting this everywhere. Okay, so for the next color, I'm gonna use this one. This is the J5533, which is this nice little blending brush. And the one that I just used was this like larger fluffy brush. And this is the J5522. So we're switching to the 5533, and I am going to use this color right here. And we're going to be a little bit more precise with this one. And in case you're wondering, when you stick the brush in, hopefully you guys can see that, there is a little bit of like kick up or kick back, but nothing that's like too crazy. Okay, so now I have this color, and I'm just going to go over the same area. Okay, this is more pigmented. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right away I could see it in my mirror. So, in Ilia's bronzer, I have one of their bronzers, and that one is also really, really pigmented. So definitely proceed with caution, because their colors, I feel like, do have a decent amount of pigment, which is a good thing. So I'm just going back and forth. And it's better to start off with just a little bit of product, because you can always, you know, just add on and build. There's no rush, unless you are, of course, in a rush. And then in that case, you know, do a more simple smoky eye. No, but no, just want to make sure that you're just doing a little bit at a time. Okay. Next color. So we are going to use this one, I think. This is the pretty like maroon burgundy wine shade. And that one, I'm trying to think, I think I want to do that over kind of the whole lid. So for that one, actually I'm not going to use any of the brushes I showed you guys. I'm going to grab another brush. This is the M.A.C 239. This is literally a perfect brush. So this is like a packing brush. I use this to pack. So this is what it looks like from the side and then the front. It's like this little baby paintbrush that's perfect. So I'm basically just packing this color on the actual, on the eyelid underneath the crease. So I'm definitely trying to stay underneath the crease with this color. And I think depending on, you know, the occasion, where you're going, what you're doing, you can make this as dark or light as you want. Like this is actually pretty, just right there, I think. This is like a really pretty daytime type of wine smoky eye. So, and then as you add layer by layer, it just gets more like sultry and, I don't know, dramatic. So I'm going to do a couple of layers just until I'm satisfied. But I love a wine, a deep like burgundy wine color during the fall and even like into the winter. I checked the other day because I wasn't sure, and I was just like, is it still considered like fall? Like I felt like it was, but I wasn't 100% sure, so I had to look up. I was like, when does fall officially end and when does winter begin? And I think Google said fall ends the last day of November, and then December 1st is when winter starts. And winter goes, I think, until that last day in February. So winter is basically, according to Google, December, January, and February. And I don't think I looked up when fall officially starts, but yeah. So technically we're still in the fall season, which makes sense. I kind of feel like Thanksgiving, Halloween, I feel like those are like fall, you know, holidays. And then once you leave Thanksgiving, you are like dead into winter. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna stop with the Pretty Wine shade, but I'm actually gonna go back into this color right here, and I am going to use this brush. So this is a really, really good brush. I feel like if you ever wanna do an eyeshadow look, I don't know, I feel like this is a must. This is the Morphe M506. And it's just this little baby blending brush, but that is why it's so perfect. So real quick, this brush that I think this was the second brush I used. This is the Hakuhodo J5533. This is one of my favorite blending brushes, but if you guys can see, this brush, the white one over here, because it's so much bigger, even though it's an amazing blending brush, it's really gonna blow out your shadows a little bit more, which is fine if that's what you want. But I basically want to just soften, I'm gonna try to just soften this line a little bit, because you can see it's kind of like a little bit of a, getting to be of a harsh line with the burgundy, which is fine if you're going for more of like a cut crease type of look, but I'm not. I want a little bit more softness, so I need to blend it, but I don't want to use something this big because I don't want to completely lose like the work with the wine color. So I'm gonna go back into that shade, the lighter one, and I'm gonna try to just lightly blend out the edges just a little bit. So keyword being try. We're gonna see. But basically you need a little bit of a more detailed blending brush to do that. And then I'm just gonna pack some more of that wine shade on, but I am going to try to stay as low as possible because I just did more blending work in the crease, and so I don't wanna lose any of that. So I'm trying to be precise with the placement. And you might have to repeat this step, like pack and then blend, pack and then blend a couple of times. This is usually where I have to do most like of the repeating with smoky eyes with this step, like packing and then blending, packing and blending until you get that perfect like look that you're going for. But yeah, so I'm just packing for now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is the darkest shade in the palette. And I'm gonna use this one, which is the J5523. So it's a blending brush, but it is pinched right here. So I feel like it gives you a little bit more control. And so I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this, and I'm gonna try to keep this color to the outer third, and then we'll blend it in a little bit more. So I'm really just deepening up the outer corners just to add a little bit more depth. I don't want it to look super dark. I almost want it to look like a different shade of berry, like a darker shade of berry. Maybe like a blackberry on the outer, and then as you go in, it looks a little bit more like cranberry. So now I'm gonna grab another M.A.C brush. This is the M.A.C 242, and I am going to pick up this color right here. I'm gonna sit right outside, so I'm not gonna go over this like dark chocolatey blackberry part right here. I'm gonna kind of sit right here in the center and just lightly pack a little bit of that copper shade. Right there. Yeah, so when you kind of look, it almost looks like, I don't know, like a light shimmer. If you want something heavier, then you'd want to wet your brush with a, like a setting spray, wet your brush and then go in, and it's gonna give you like a foiled type of look. Real intense, real beautiful, but it's definitely going to change the look from subtle to like, you know, New Year's Eve. Okay, so I just finished putting eyeliner on the top, and when I finish the rest of my eye, I am gonna add in this color right here, this like light shimmery shade. I'm gonna add that in the inner corner, but I just wanna do like the rest of my makeup first. But to show you guys how I take off all the fallout, so I have one of these cloths. This is by Clean Skin. It's actually kind of big. I should have cut this and then I could have saved it, but it's fine. So I just kind of douse it with Bioderma, and these towels are biodegradable. So I just kind of get a sharp edge, see, and then I wipe off. And this is cool too, because if you want, you know, more of like a slick back, like a, not slick, but what do you call it? Like a cat eye, like, yeah, like a cat eye effect. You can get very like sharp lines by taking this off. I'm not necessarily going for a cat eye effect. So for me, I just kind of do this, and I'll kind of just go around, almost like in a round, because I'm just looking for more of like a smoky eye. Like, yeah, just like, I guess a normal smoky eye versus a cat eye. So yeah, I love using these because you can really get creative. You can get crazy and creative with your makeup and then just wipe it all off. So I'll probably take off a little bit more because I feel like there's fallout everywhere. But yeah, so I'm gonna take off all of that, put on a full face of makeup, and then I will come back to show you guys this lip. I have actually tried it. When I got it, I was so excited I couldn't wait. I was like, I put it on in the car. So, and then I just put it back in the box to show you guys. It is so pretty. I'm hoping it'll look good with this makeup look. I feel like it will, because it's in the same like color family. But yeah, so I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back with an entirely new face. Just kidding. Well, I'm not actually, I'm not kidding. But anyways, okay, so makeup is done. This look took forever for some reason. I think because I was watching YouTube and just taking my sweet time. But like I said, I used this last shade right here for the inner corners. And then I also used these two shades right here for underneath my eyes. So that's, I think, and obviously I did the rest of my makeup. And of course, I'll link everything below. But I'm going to put this on. This is what it looks like when you swatch it. Isn't that so pretty? When I tried this on, I was like, oh my goodness. This is literally gorgeous. Okay, so this is what the makeup looks like from a little bit further back. And honestly, I love it so, so much. The look as a whole, I think, is really pretty and everything like works really well together. But just focusing on the eyes and the lips. First, the lip gloss, stunning. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's gonna look good on everybody. And yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. The palette, I also think is really, really good. The size of it and the, it's like a hard acrylic plastic. It's gonna be really easy to travel with, like if you wanted to take a palette with you for holiday travels. And then speaking of that, what I really love is you can use every single color like I did and do like a really like kind of blown out glamorous look, or you can just use a couple of the neutral matte shades to do like an everyday look. So it's really, really versatile. And I don't know, I just think that's really good. All the colors were easy to use, easy to blend, just really overall easy to work with. And yeah, they all look so pretty together. I love this. I love all of it. I think it was a hit. And I'm glad I finally got to play with it because I've been staring at it on my vanity for like months now. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps a lot. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.